you know, a lot of people want to find ways to sort of divide us from our men. And while we do as women have to encourage ourselves, we have to be in spaces where Black women feel empowered, where we speak to our particular issues. It matters a lot to me that TRAE is here supporting me as a Black woman. I think a part of what keeps me going and keeps me standing in my square is the fact that I have Black men like AU and others who stand with me, who stand beside me, who support me, who push me forward, and who help me to sort of flank me so that I can just be my true self and stand very firm in what I believe in. I don't think we can do it without one another. I think it's so necessary to have both really important and powerful units of the Black family to be present at all times. Even when we as Black women have to get together and huddle, and I hope, you know, Black men do the same, still we need the power of our men to help affirm and hold us down. You know, I think about when we were in Louisville, Kentucky, we had the Breonna Con, which was a full weekend of events to really bring awareness to the fight that TAMIKA Palmer and her family were dealing with in terms of getting justice for Breonna Taylor. And on the day that we had the Women's Empowerment event, it was a beautiful event where women came together to speak, to learn, to teach, to cry, to love up on one another. And the white supremacists came with their guns and stood outside of our event. And it was Black men who canceled, now they didn't cancel, but they suspended the event that they were doing at the same time and came over to the event to stand between us and them and let it be known that they're going to enjoy themselves, they're going to have their experience today. And if you're going to harm somebody, you're going to have to go through us. You're not even going to intimidate them. And so Angelo, my son, and others, they did that. Were you there, TRAE? You the whole time. TRAE don't go home. TRAE, it doesn't matter where I go. I could be like, I'm going to the bathroom. TRAE, you'd be like, yeah, I'm going to just stand right here. But TRAE, I don't need you to know I'm going to stand right here, because if something happens to you on my time, it's going to be a problem. So those types of things, and that's how I think we show up in the natural form, like the physical form. But then there are other things that we as Black women just have to do. When I'm going through some of my worst and most challenging moments, I pick up the phone and I call Erica or of course Rachel, Kepra, and I say, hey, this is like really difficult, and we help one another strategize through it. And sometimes there's no strategy, it's just like, this is effed up. And we just sit there and say, there's nothing that can be done. It's just a bad situation, but I'm never alone. And I think that is the most important thing for Black women, is that we need to always feel like we're supported, like people are with us. So if you know a Black woman that's doing anything, support her, show up for her, and make sure that she feels the support of others, because unfortunately the world tries to tell us as Black women that we're not as powerful as we are, and that we can't stand on our own 2 feet. And I think even though we know different, it does get to be lonely out there when you feel like everything that you're doing is something that's either being scrutinized and or being ignored just because you're a woman.